Hi, my name is Francisco Huckel, and I'm going to be talking about um, violence between spectator and player um, for Week 6 presentation and issues in sports. Um, Before we get into the actual spectator and player violence that I wanted to talk about, I just kind of wanted to bring up three theories that I thought had a big significance, um, kind of the beginning part of the violence that's happening. Biological theory. It's a theory that suggests that violence is a fundamental, inherent human behavior. It is on the basis of this theory, therefore, that sports have been perceived to be socially suitable way through which humans can discharge violence that has been built up in them. Um, this theory articulates that sports is an acceptable way for athletes to release steam or aggression that has been built up. Um, this theory upholds the need for people to engage in sports because it helps them vent out aggression. Second theory is psychological theory. This theory holds that violence is caused by dissatisfaction. That is, violence results from the effect of a situation. For that reason, frustration is generated when the person is blocked from achieving a certain goal, one of their main goals. In sports, in particular, frustration can result from dubious calls made by the sports officials, inability to make a certain play, injuries that cause interference with the best possible performance, boos from spectators, or jawing back and forth between players, coaches, and spectators. The act of violence in sports is thus attributed in their perception of aggression. Um, the, the last theory I want to talk about is social learning theory. This theory, on the other hand, suggests that violent behavior results from learning. Um, According to this theory, persons learn new behaviors through modeling and also through modeling by the use of punishment and rewards. In sports, young players perceive their sports heroes as coaches, um, players, their parents, and so this violence in sports can occur due to young players imitating the behaviors of their role models. And so, on top of all that, I just wanted to bring up a situation that happened um, back in 2004, November 19th to be exact, in the NBA between the Pacers and the Detroit Pistons. Indiana Pacers, Detroit Pistons. And this was a situation that happened between a spectator and, in particular, a player named Ron Artest. And um, first, it all started out on the court between player and player violence, which I know some people are talking about that in their papers and presentations. These two teams, first of all, were the top teams in the East, and every game between them was hard fought, physical, lots of contact, just a crazy game to watch. Um, and and so it happened between player, which was Ben Wallace and Ron Artest. Ron Artest was from the Indiana Pacers, Ben Wallace from the Detroit Pistons. They got heated, um, been heated the whole game. Second half finally got to a point where it just came out. Both of them let their aggression loose towards each other. Um, they get into it, brings out the benches come together, and it's a brawl between players on the court. Got to the point where Ron Artest was seated, actually was laying on the scores table, trying to calm down. Um, and it had seemed in the video that I had watched that a spectator from the Detroit Pistons in the stands had said something to Ron Artest that he didn't like. So, of course, he storms up into the stands towards that spectator, and he starts a fight with the spectator. Other spectators get in and help, and I mean, they're so Ron Artest is fighting a few of these spectators, and it got real heated. Ron Artest got suspended for a whole year because of that. Um, it's never allowed to go up in the stands and fight a spectator, but I don't think also it shouldn't be allowed that spectators allowed to say the kind of things that they're allowed to say to these players. So that's just an example that I'm going to be writing about in my paper and that I wanted to share with y'all. I hope y'all like my video, um, and be glad to see the comments that are made on it. Thank you.